Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we will discuss the Codechef starter 60 problem, yet another palindrome. So most of us were failing on the second test case, so I will discuss that test case and why we were failing. We will discuss everything. So let's start this video. So problem statement was that you are given with an array and you just have to convert it into a palindrome, and you can do some operations like you can select any index. Suppose you selected these index, these three, and then what you can do, up to that index you have to increase all the elements by 1. So you can make this 3 4 simultaneously. This one will be also increased by 1, so it will be 2 and 4. So this operation you can do any number of times. You have to tell whether you can change it into a palindrome or not. If you can change, then you how much minimum operations required to change that into a palindrome. So this was the problem statement. Now look at some example test cases, so it will be more clear to you. Suppose the given question is like the given array is 1 3 12 and 4. So you can make it a palindrome. One possible case is that you can make it 4 12 12 and 4. And why this is the only possible palindrome? Because you can increase this element. Suppose you make this 4, then this 4 and this 4 will be equal, and you make this 3 to 12, then this 12 and this 12 will be equal, and it will be a palindrome. But if you want to make this 4 1, then you can't make it, because you have to only increase the elements, you can't decrease them. So you can't make this 12 3 also. So you can increase only you can increase this 1 to 4, and you can increase this 3 to 12. How you will do this? So difference between 1 and 4 is 3. That is, you require 3 operation to make this equal to 4. In 3 operation you will convert this 1 into 4, and for these 3 you need 9 operations to make it 12, because in each operation you have to increment it by only 1. So it requires 9 operations. This requires 3 operations. So can we make this palindrome? Suppose you chosen this index 3 and you make this element equal to 12. So you do 9 operations simultaneously. This one will also get increased 9 times, and the value of 1 will be 10. Like here you can see that 1 will be 10, then 3 will be 12, and this 12 this and this 4. So this 10 and this 4 will never be equal, because you can't decrease it and you can't increase it, because when you increase 4 and make try to make it equal to 10, this will these all elements get increased by 1 1 1. So it is not possible to make it a palindrome. So answer will be -1 here. So now see the second test case, that is 1 4 3 8 and 19, and you need to make it a palindrome. And how that palindrome will look like, I am showing you. That should look like 19, then 8, then 3, then 8, then 19. So this palindrome will look like this. If you will change it to a palindrome, it will look like 19 8 3 8 and 19. So how can we make this? We need total 18 operations to make this one equal to 19, and we need 4 operations to make this 4 equal to 8. We need 0 operations to make this 3 equal to 3. We need 0 operations to make this 8 equal to 8, and for 19 to make 19 we need 0 operations. So these are the operations we need, and let's find out, can we do these operations? So let's see. If you change this 4 to 8, you need total 4 operations. So when you will change it, you will get when you change this 4 to 8, the answer will look like this: 8 here, 3 here. After 4 operations you will see it like this array will look like this, and here you will see 1 plus 4, that is 5, because we have done already 4 operations. So this one will be 5. Now we have to make this 5 equal to 19, and I think this is easily possible, because you can select this index and increase this by 14 times, and none of the other elements get affected. So this will simply be 19 without altering any other elements. So this was the second test case. Now I am going to tell why your second test case fails. This was the condition that was failing for many students who just did not care about the increasing pattern of the difference. Suppose the difference between first and last element is 3, and the second last element is 9. Now if the difference is in decreasing pattern, then there is no problem. But if there is increasing pattern like this 3 and 9, then you can't make it a palindrome. The answer will be always -1 if the difference is in decreasing order, sorry, in increasing order. Now let's see the code. So I have made a solve function and I took an integer as an input for the size of array. Then I declared a vector v, and then I took input for the all elements. Now if the size of the array or the vector is 1, we can simply return 0 because we need 0 operations. And you can also visualize that if a single element is given, then it is already a palindrome. Now I declare two variables, answer and answer2, and I stored the difference of first and last elements to both of these variables because we need to check the difference always. What I told you, we have to check only the difference between first and last, second and second last, third and third last, fourth and fourth last, and so on. And if the difference is in decreasing order, then the answer will be the maximum of that difference. If it is not in decreasing order, then it will be -1. So we just have did this. We made a check here. If so I am showing you with an example this test case. For this test case like this, if first element is greater than its corresponding end element, then we can't make it a palindrome. Answer will be always -1. So this check is here. If any element is greater than its last corresponding element, then we can't make it a palindrome. We printed -1 and we returned. Now if we see the if it is not the case, then it will be less than or equal to its corresponding last element, then we will find the difference. So we found out the difference. If the difference is less than our answer to variable means if our difference is less than the previous difference, our current difference is less than previous difference, then it is okay, we will go here. But if it is greater than the previous difference which we stored here, then that means it is not in a decreasing order, then we have to print -1 and we have to return. And for answer that we have to print, we took the maximum of that differences, but for checking here we took only the minimum of that differences because we have to see the decreasing order. Then we can always look at the smallest element and then check it with the difference. Now you can print the directly answer. That's the test case. I can show you by submitting this code. So you can clearly see that it gives correct answer. So most of the students were failing on this. If the difference is in increasing order, then you can never make it a palindrome. You have to print -1 and return. So this is that check. If the difference is less than the current difference, that means it is in increasing order and you have to print -1 and return. That's all about this problem. So if you like this solution, please like my video, and if you want, then you can also subscribe to my channel. Okay, bye, see you in the next